I am back, and I have another team for you. You see a lot of poison? You might know what's coming. If you do, good on you. And I actually didn't clip this one properly. I am retaking this due to mistakes. I got a new computer for Christmas, and it didn't work out as well the first time around as I had hoped. Well, the opponent is leading very aggro. The Tyranitar has increased special defense, especially if it's Assault Vest. That Dragapult, it's also known for being offensive. And in case either of them had the ground attack, let's Gigantamax the Garbodor first. I know what that Dragapult wants to do. It wants to attack, and usually with the Phantom Force. Lots of people running the physical there. Well, let's Malodor the Tyranitar. Yep, really tanky. That night didn't have any offensive investment. Stone Edge. Not too much. And Venom Drench. I managed to poison the Dragapult while it was vanished, but it didn't apply for Venom Drench. See? Dragapult's poisoned right there. We're taking damage from Sandstorm. Leftovers to cancel out the Sandstorm, and Poison does more than Leftovers. Max Guard. I want to protect this Gigantamax as long as I can. He is my main tank. The Phantom Force was aimed onto the Ghost-type Trevenant, and Citrus Berry saved me. Let's Venom Drench them both. Now, Tyranitar's at -2 sweep, and Dragapult at -1. Stone Edge again. Blocked. Dragapult's buffeted, everyone's buffeted. Leftovers heal. Poison. We know what's going to happen. Yeah, this is the main reason why I sped up these battles. This is relatively short for one of my videos, but that's because I could get so few good ones. It's like, if I lead with the Salazzle, people forfeit. Turn 0. Sometimes turn 1. I lead with this. It takes longer for me to actually get a battle through, and there you can see my set for Trevenants. I don't like showing that because then it takes some of the creativity out of the emulator's hands. Like, for instance, they see the Ingrain, they think, oh, I gotta run the Ingrain, I don't want to be roared out, when you're not getting any stats, so you being roared doesn't matter. Oh, you might lose a berry, but aside from that, being roared out doesn't matter. I'd rather run, for example, Block, Leech Seed, Venom Drench, Horn Leech, than what I currently have. Because if you block them, they have to be poisoned, they have to be Leech Seed, and they have to stay in. Gigantamax has run out, and Tyranitar and Dragapult are still on the field. It seems to be an ineffectual Gigantamax at first glance. But don't forget, that Tyranitar is dropping faster than the Dragapult. As long as I can keep the Venom Drenching them, the ones that are out are going to do nothing. And if anyone wants to switch in, then Garbodor can use Toxic on them. Lots of Sandstorm. And forfeit. He realized what I was going for, and he quit. Yeah, it would have been a long haul, but I would most likely eventually win. Yeah, the Tyranitar would go down first. I would poison whoever replaced it. And then, if anyone after that, and then once the Dragapult came in, I would poison that and keep Venom Drenching. Even if they switch, they would still be taking chip damage from the Venom Drench. Up next is Melissa. I really misplayed this one. It's like, remember what I said about wanting to knock him out one at a time? Yeah, I didn't do that here. I messed up. I'll admit it. Let's Gigantamax again. I'm expecting a Psychic. I'm expecting an Earthquake. actually not an Earthquake. Espeon does not have telepathy. There's the Psychic, super effective. Earth Power, have the damage. I took over a third, not quite a half. Not looking good for this Gigantamax. But both opponents are poisoned. And Trevenant is slower deliberately. Espeon had synchronized, but I'm a poison type. Let's lower them down by 1. And you saw the last battle. You know what I'm going to do here. Yeah, Espeon is going down in 2 turns. There's the Max Guard. Psychic, blocked. There's the Earth Power, blocked. Why didn't he think to spread the damage? Venom Drench. Now they are both at -2 sweep. And here's where I messed up. I was afraid of another Psychic into Earth Power, especially if either of them crit. So I wanted to take out the Flygon and then hope the Espeon knocked itself out. That's where I messed up, because then they would both be knocked out the same turn, and I'll lose my Gigantamax. Hence, they couldn't. It couldn't poison them both on the same turn. Oh, and something unfair. Gigantamax Pikachu, it can paralyze ground types. Why can't Garbodor poison a poison or steel type? That's just unfair. Sorry I can't show you an example of that quit. Now that Milotic made me scared, because I'm not entirely sure how competitive works. But if it works like shield breaking in a max raid, then when I lower the special attack by 1, competitive will raise it by 1. I'll lower the attack by 1. It'll get a +2 on top of that previous +1. And then lowering speed by 1 will increase the special attack by 2 again. Meaning that Milotic, if it's competitive, would get +5 if I Venom Drenched it. So I guess it was a good thing I lost my Gigantamax that turn. I did not do the... I probably should have Venom Drenched the Togekiss. And no Flame Orb on the Milotic. So it's not that ability, likely the competitive one. Considering how many Gigantamaxes and Gigantamaxes want to lower the opposing stats, it's no surprise that he would run competitive. A crit into the red. Citrus Berry helps. Air Slash aimed onto Garbodor. That crits. If he had aimed for Trevenant with both and got both crits, I would have lost my Pokemon. Thankfully, the Horn Leech is super effective onto Milotic, and I can tank up. Look how happy Garbodor was. He can sense what's going to happen. We got another forfeit on our hands. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be sharing this set in full. I want you to figure out what I was doing and how you would do it, or how you would make it better. Good luck!